Hello guys, welcome once again. In the previous video, I have told you about changing the column names manually. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how can you make your data appear in these text fields one by one. And I mean, if you will select this one, all the data related to this ID1 should appear in the corresponding text fields, and if you select one name from here, then all the corresponding data related to the name should appear in the corresponding text fields. And if you select username and password, same thing should happen to both of them. So let's go ahead and see how can we do that. So we will just write a very simple code for that, and you are going to find it pretty easy. So just select the data grid view from your program or from your design, and you just need to select this view and double click on that. And when you will double click, this Visual Studio will create an event of this data grid view for you. So what you need to do, you just need to write here some lines of code. But first of all, you need to make an if condition that if e dot row index, this e is that variable defined above as a data grid view cell event args e variable. This is basically generated by Visual Studio automatically. So what you are going to do next, you will just type here e dot row index, and you need to put a condition here that if it is greater than or equal to 0. So what this line will do, this line, this e dot row index will make sure that if user have selected something or not. If the user will select something, then the things will happen that I am going to write inside the if block. If user will not select, then obviously nothing will happen. So what I am going to do, I will just type here data grid view row. That is basically, you can say, a predefined type. So I will write here data grid view row. So basically that is basically related to the rows. So data grid view row, and I am going to define a variable right here. So let's say my variable name is row, row. So after this I'll put equal sign, and I'm going to put them equal to this dot, and I am going to go to my design, and I will select my data grid view here, and I will see what exactly the name of my data grid view is. So I will go here, and in the design I will find this name from here, that the name of my data grid view is data grid view 1. So I will just copy paste this, copy it, and I will double click and I will reach here. So this dot, and after this dot I will paste the name of my data grid view. And the next thing I need to do, I will just put a dot here, and then I will write row, and after writing rows I will give here the index of the row which is selected. I mean, if it is going to tell you the row index, so what it is going to do, this e dot row index is going to make sure that it will perform the action on the same row that has been selected by user. So this line is going to do the same thing, and this thing is going to get stored in this variable row. Alright, So in the next line, what you are going to do, you will just simply go to your text fields in which you want to display your data, and you will select it first text field, as that is basically the EID field, and you need to see what exactly the name of this text field is. In my case, this is text box 1, so I will just copy it and I will paste it right here. Yes, and after that, you are familiar if you are watching my videos, so I have to put a dot text extension after it, and then I will put an equal sign, and I will write a command here like row dot cells, and inside here I am going to put the names of my columns that will be on my front end apparently. So I will write here that employee ID, employee ID. So first I will run my program and I will see my column names, and then I will write into my code. So I will get back to you when I will see the names of my columns. Okay, so I am back. So what I'm going to do next, I will just put a dot here, and that is basically my first column name that I have given it manually. So that name is doesn't exist in my database. If you have watched my previous video, I have given my column a custom name, and I need to write here the custom name of my column that is on my front end. So what I am going to do, I will just convert my value to string, like by using the toString function. So whatever the value is, it needs to convert it into the string, and then it will, it will be displayed in the text box. Because if you're familiar with the text boxes, then you will know that text box doesn't take any value other than string value. So that's why I'm changing that value to string. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do, I will do the same thing for my text box 2, as it is corresponding with the second column in my database or in my data grid view, if you see that. So I need to go here and search for its name, and you can see the name of my second text box is text box 2. So I will just go here and copy paste the code, the name text box 2. So I will write its extension as dot text. So the next thing that I am going to do, I will just copy paste this line, the small line here, and just I will change the column name here, that is in my case employee name. So the next thing I am going to do, that is with the text box 3, I think. Yes, this is text box 3. So I will go to my code and just write here text box 3 dot text, and I'll put equal sign, and then I'm going to copy paste the above line here, this line, and I will just change the column name, that is the corresponding column name, and in my case that is employee U name, the third column name. And the next thing, that is my text box number 4, I think, and exactly this is text box 4 in my case. So I'll go to my code and I will just copy paste its name and write its extension as dot text, and in the next phase I am just going to copy paste this thing here. So I will just change the name of the column here, so that is password in my case. So now you are pretty much done here. So that's it. That is the code. So now the time has come to run our program, and let's see if it affects or not. So when I will start my put my credentials like here that I have given in my database. So when I will log in, it will tell me login successful. So now you need to focus here. When I will select one of it, all the corresponding values will appear in these corresponding text boxes. So if I select this value, you can see all the corresponding data has appeared in the respective field. So if I select this, you can see it is causing some kind of problem, but it appears right here now. So if I select this, you can see the corresponding data has appeared right here, and if I select this, you can see the corresponding data has appeared here too. So that's it for today. In some cases, if you single click here, sometimes it will not appear that correctly, I think. So if you find out the problem, then please leave it in comments. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.